everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and today I am here to do my final Shakespeare wrap-up, at least for the foreseeable future, by talking about the play King Edward III. I thought I was done reading all of Shakespeare by December of last year. However, I then discovered this in my school library's discard pile, so I decided to take it home with me and add one more play to my count. Edward III was never on my list of Shakespeare plays, I believe because Shakespeare wrote it in collaboration with so many other authors that scholars debated, and indeed might still be debating, exactly how much Shakespeare contributed to this play, and thus whether or not it could be counted as one of his own. However, clearly by 1998 or 99, the Cambridge University Press decided that it could indeed count as one of Shakespeare's plays, so here it is. And it tells the story of King Edward III, who was a medieval king of England, mainly the fact that he was fighting battles on two fronts. He was fighting off an invasion of the Scots from the north, and he was fighting to lay claim to the French throne. That plotline towards the beginning I found quite fascinating because I believe his claims are the same reasons why Henry V later on also tries to lay claim to France. It's a very circuitous set of reasons having to do with females not being able to inherit the French throne and who has the closest blood relationship to the last joint king of England and France. All that to say that his claims are also extremely tenuous, but he goes for it anyway. To that end, you also see his son, the famous Black Prince, also referenced in Henry V, exhibiting his military prowess that he was so famous for. However, there were several other moments that took me a bit by surprise. First of all, within Act 2, there's a romance plotline, which was a pleasant surprise for me. I thought this would help the narrative take a more human turn than histories tend to have when they're purely war-focused. However, the woman he falls for, the Countess of Salisbury, is in fact married, and the Count of Salisbury is still very much alive. So then there's that whole plotline develops, with Edward trying to woo her, forgetting the fact that he is married, the fact that she is married, trying to get her father to intervene. I thought that could be really, really fascinating. But then it is dropped within another couple of scenes, and then it carries on with pure battle from there, which to me was very disappointing. I would have liked to see more of a balance of both of those things, since they can coexist in life as well. So overall, I would say that I found this play slightly disappointing as compared to some of Shakespeare's other histories, because it really doesn't explore the human element. It explores the historical element, the chain of events in Edward's life mostly, and indeed forms a great parallel to Henry V in terms of the French conquest plotline, the 100 Years' War, that whole connection. But on the whole, the moments where they could have explored humanity a little bit more, be it on the battlefield or in terms of human relationships, like Edward and the Countess of Salisbury, or Edward and his son, weren't. There were moments where that could have happened, but nothing ever came of those moments. The writing was still quite beautiful. You could definitely compare it to some of Shakespeare's other great works. There was definitely his DNA in a lot of the really beautiful lines that you come across, and I was quite pleased to see that at least. Plus, I'm quite pleased to have my hands on a copy since it is such a rarely recognized Shakespeare play. But overall, I would say this wasn't one of my favorites. And indeed, I want to end this series by saying that I'm terribly sorry that I seem to end a lot of these series saying that all of the plays that I read were okay, but they weren't my favorites. And I'd just like to reassure everyone that I do in fact love Shakespeare, but there is a reason why the plays that I read in 2021 and this one are less frequently performed and less frequently studied than some of his other works. I just don't think they hold up to his more famous works, and that is why those works have become more famous. So let me know down below what you think of Edward III if you have also read it at any point, or if you are intrigued by it. And let me know if you would like me to do another of these series for plays that I do enjoy and that I do get really excited about. I can't make any guarantees that it will happen this year, but I will hold on to it for future plans nonetheless. I'm trying to keep 2022 as free and as checklist light as I can. But do let me know if that's a series you'd be interested in seeing at some point further down the line, and I will start to work on that. Until next time, be safe, be well, and happy reading. Bye everyone.